In our last video, we started our reviews of the Renegade Super Cs at the Tampa RV Summer Show. If you haven't seen that yet, you need to take a look at that, because in this video, part 2, we're going to be looking at 5 more units from Renegade. We're basically going to continue where we left off, and we're going to be looking at a few, like, a little bit smaller units, a little bit more affordable units from Renegade. So let's take a look.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan, and we are the Half-Ass Travelers. The next Super C we're going to be looking at is the 2024 Renegade Explorer 40 ERB. It's got a very similar floor plan to the last unit we looked at, but there's a lot of differences too. So let's take a look. Starting with this unit, we are not going to go around the outside opening all the drawers and cabinets. They're all pretty similar. You can see this is also on the Freightliner chassis. It's beefy, but they're pretty much all standard or very similar. There might be things moved around, but they're all pretty much got the same features on the outside. So let's go right inside. Now, as I'm getting ready to go in, I already see some differences. It's got the Renegade badging right here. It's also got a little bit different of a code lock. But then when you open the door, that's pretty cool. It's got the Explorer badging right there on the step. I wonder how that gets, that is right behind the, the faux marble. It's beautiful. The inside of this coach, as I mentioned, is very similar to the last one we looked at. This same Freightliner chassis, it's got the black leather, but really comfy leather. The Freightliner chassis is beautiful. There's no bed over top of the driver compartment, but it's got these cabinets. Now these ones have the regular friction locks rather than the magnetic, and they just seem a little bit more secure when they're shut. This unit has the Samsung refrigerator that we saw from the first two. Doesn't have that one with the whole iPad in the door, but it is a residential refrigerator with separate freezer, deep freezer.
Oh, it's got a lock on it.
Yeah, that's for traveling. You don't want this door coming open while you're traveling, so it just locks just like that. Really nice feature. All right, it's got the same dinette as the last unit. It's also got some slightly different recliners. You remember the last one did not have the stitching in the back, and they were a little bit stiff. These are a little bit stiff, but with the stitching in them, I think I like the look better with the stitching rather than just the one blank leather like facing of it. All right, we're gonna switch sides. We're gonna do it magically this time. You ready? 1, 2, 3. The similarities continue on the kitchen side. You can see we've still got the covered and dual induction. The microwave's in the same spot, same sets of drawers, except for one big difference. What do we got here, Rose? Rose is loving the dishwasher. Oh yeah, she loves a good dishwasher, and so do I. I love a good dishwasher, Rose. Oh, yeah.
Shame on you.
Yeah. Nice big sink. Like having the window behind the sink, so that way when I'm washing the dishes, I can see out the window. It's got the TV in the same position, but this one's a little bit different. It does have the fireplace down here, but there are some more drawers in this one. And there's a nice shelf here. The TV, I'm sure, if I pull this little cable, will come out and swing just like the other one. It's very similar to the last one, but if you take a look closely at some of these features and look at, especially at the ceiling, as Rose pointed out, it doesn't have those extra decorative art pieces. So we're going to have to say that this is a beautiful coach, but it's not necessarily a work of art like the last one. All right, let's head back towards the bedroom. Over the door, we've got another couple cabinets here, just like in the last one. Now here's where the similarities end. All right, well, maybe the bathroom is going to be similar, but these cabinets open from the front. They're coat hooks, which is nice to have on the inside of the door. And you've got these two cabinets right inside the door, where you've got your controller and your fuse boxes. So you're not really using those for any kinds of storage. And then look, the setup of the guest bath is completely different. Yep, the toilet is facing to the side, although it does have that automatic flush that can save water. Yep, it's got the Medicine cabinet. The big sink, it's a decent sized countertop, decent sized sink. What more do you need for a guest bath? And there's storage up in the back. All right, bedroom's completely different. It's on the wrong side. I feel like it's on the wrong side because all the other ones were on the other side, but this one's on the driver's side. I'm sure they did that for weight distribution. And this has got the single little shelf on the side rather than the nightstands. It's got the window on the side of the slide, but there's no window behind the bed. That is a headboard, it looks like. And if you look over here, this is like kind of a smaller version of the second coach that had the window and the shelf, but this one's a little bit smaller. The TV's about the same size. It's basically got the mini cabinets from the last one we looked at. Lots of drawers and cabinets. And let's see what they did in the bathroom here. Okay, this is different. Rose pointed out that she didn't see a washer and dryer. Well, that's because, ta-da! The washer and dryer are actually in the back bathroom. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about that. It kind of makes sense to have it in here. Again, you can close the door and shield yourself from some of the noise of the washer and dryer running. That being said, you're manipulating your laundry over top of the toilet. Now, you can just put a basket on the toilet and probably do it that way. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hit us up in the comments if you have an opinion of whether you like the positioning of the washer and dryer out there in the hallway or back here in the master bath. Coming back here, same solid shower. It is a smaller shower. It's a little tighter in here. You've got the shower wand. You've got these nice tile accents. And this is all solid. It's just not as beautiful as the last one. This is like a smaller, more compact version. And then up over here, we've got some cabinet space here. More medicine cabinet here. And storage under the sink. It's a pretty good sized sink, and there is some counter space here with some storage drawers. It just seems like, now this is going to be a less expensive unit. It just doesn't have all those frills like we saw in the last one. On the other side of the bathroom, there are two more storage cabinets, a large wardrobe, and then a bunch of shelves. These are actually on the bathroom side of the pocket door. The Explorer has a similar floor plan to the last unit we looked at, and if you like that floor plan in the last unit but couldn't necessarily afford or make an expenditure that large for something like that, you've got an option to do a less, let's just say a more toned down version of the first one that's going to save you a lot of money. You just have to decide what's important to you when you're making your decision. It is still a beautiful coach. If we had seen this one first, Rose would still be in love with it. Now she's spoiled though. That's not necessarily a bad thing, is it, Rose?
No.
Yeah, she gets spoiled all the time. Let's move on. Next up on the Super C list is the 2024 Renegade Verona LE 40 LRB. Now this unit's just under 40 feet long. Actually, it's like 39 feet 11 inches, something like that. So actually the 40 does mean 40 feet, which is not always the case. It's got that same Freightliner chassis and pretty much standard cabinetry around. So once again, we're going right inside to show you the floor plan. This unit has the nice badged handle here, and it's got the electronic entry, as well as the badging on the steps. We love that. That's so cool. Yeah, this is a slightly different Freightliner chassis. You can see the cockpit is a little bit different. Doesn't have the air brake controller for the trailer. There's just subtle differences, but the seats are very comfortable. They're still comfortable. Yeah, this is we love the Freightliners. And we have the beds over top. This has a drawer to pull the bed out, which is nice because you don't have to duck below it to get down into the driver compartment. It's got a TV over here on a swivel. And that TV could be used by somebody in the, sleeping in the bed. It's not the TV for the whole living space where you would have to swing it out and watch from there because there's another bigger TV that you can see. Just behind the passenger seat, we got that dinette with the curve around cushions. Really like with the sturdy table, power, pretty much standard inside this slide. We've seen it before, but again, a little bit different on the level of quality of the leather. Now, these recliners are comfy. All right, there's nothing hard about these. These are completely soft and nice, and it actually could turn into a love seat as well. Yeah, this is, I could take a nap right here. They are automatic, as you can see. Okay. All right, that's it. Rose, good night. Wake me up when we're, wake me up when the temperature drops below 90, will you?
Wake up. Wake up.
Behind the driver's seat, we've got that standard Samsung refrigerator, 3-door refrigerator, well, 2-door refrigerator with the slide-out freezer. Nice pantry. Tongue and groove cabinetry, very high quality. We like the tongue and groove. Yes, that's so nice that you don't have to pull them all out. Glad you mentioned that, Rose, because that's a huge plus. Lots more storage underneath. Lots of big drawers. They all go down there. You got the induction, double induction. This is standard. I think we've seen this in every one of the Renegades we've looked at. It's got that full door Samsung with the travel latch installed. That's beautiful. We like that. It's got 2 little cabinets above the sink, and it's got the window, and it's a deep sink. That is a deep sink. Yeah. Don't worry about this pink juice. This is just liquid that they put into the lines when they're not set up for use. They're just demoing them. Lots of cabinet space there. All right, we got another fireplace with the drawers, with the big TV, swing out TV directly across from the recliners, right where it should be. But you can also see it from the dinette, and you can actually see it from the front, but there is a TV up there as well. We like this setup. We like the way this feels. It feels like a big living room, kind of like an open floor plan living room kitchen, and it's nice that everything is right at your fingertips. This is just a beautiful living space. Here on the wall, you got the Firefly controller for the RV. A couple of cabinets or shelves up above the door, and then right into the half bath. This unit does have a half bath. Storage underneath the sink. It goes back almost to the back of the sink. And then, of course, the huge medicine cabinet, and then all of these cabinets. Well, this is just the controllers and your breaker box and fuses, but there's storage up here. There's also a little towel rack here, which is nice to have for a little hand towel, and the same toilet with the auto flush that lets you control the amount of water that's going out. Now, this washer and dryer is actually in the bedroom, on the bedroom side of the door. You have to decide if you like that or don't like that, but at least it has a washer and dryer. All right, the bed is here, right where it's supposed to be. And this one has the larger wardrobes, not the pass-around wardrobes, but they're much larger than some of the others we've seen. And these drawers, they're so nice. The tongue and groove, these are solid. These aren't going anywhere. And Rose likes her little wine rack or whatever she's gonna put in there. I don't know. And then big, huge drawers underneath. And you can see they don't interfere with each other either. Most of these cabinets, when they're open, especially these ones that open, a lot of times they'll interfere with stuff. I mean, there's really not much of that here because they're so sturdy. If you look back over the bed, we got the little shelves for your phones so you can charge them overnight. They got the 12-volt USB A and C plugs underneath. These cabinets up here go very deep back. That's about 1.5 feet deep. Really a lot of storage in the bedroom. And let's check out this bathroom, Rose. Let me see if I can turn on a light. Nope. There's got to be a way to do it. I just turned on something.
Down there.
Oh, here we go. Okay. I figured out how to work it. So it's not that difficult. If I can do it, anybody can do it. All right, so this is a little bit different than some of the showers we saw in the other units. This is a like a fiberglass shower. It does have a seat in here, but it's pretty basic. There's plenty of room though. Plenty of room to work and shower in here. And look at the headroom. No issue. Headroom's not an issue. All right, in the bathroom, you've got a decent sized sink with cabinetry underneath. Lots of counter space, lots of storage, and let's see. Of course, the Renegade Mega Medicine Cabinet, and then even another storage compartment up here over the toilet. Very nicely done. Little pocket door here. A little smaller bathroom than some of the other units we've seen, but it'll definitely do the job. This is another one of those Renegades that falls into the category of maybe not all the nicest trimmings, but a little less expensive, but very high quality. The cabinets in here are beautiful. You've got all this ducted AC. You don't need, I mean, there is accent lights throughout, but these LED lights in the ceiling, they do the job. It's just, it's a little more bare bones than some of those beautiful ones, or actually the artwork ones, but this is great. Rose, you could do this, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, she could do this. If only our wallet could do it. All right, let's move on. Next up is the 2024 Renegade Verona 40 VBH. It's also on the Freightliner chassis, and it's also very similar on the outside, so we're going right inside. Let's go. The Verona 40 VBH is a little different from the other ones we looked at in that the door is right here behind the passenger side seat and the passenger side door.
And it doesn't have the buttons.
Nope. Good call. Yeah, it doesn't have the automatic locking system there. We mentioned that this is also on a Freightliner chassis. However, it's got a different interior. As you can see, it doesn't have that kind of space shuttle look to it. It's got the small screen up there. It's a flat dashboard, but these seats are just as comfortable. Look how cushy these are. It's beautiful. And we are now back to units that have the bed over top of the driver compartment. This whole thing slides back, and then the bed comes out, and it's also got that window across the whole front of the overhead sleeping area. What do they call it? The bunk bed? Is it not a bunk bed? What do they call it? Anyway, this area. There's a TV, a swing out TV here, but there's also a TV here above the door with the sound bar. So that TV is for whoever's up here in their little compartment. So the kids can have their own TV going while the adults have their TV going back here. It's also got some lighting in here with a little bit of a shelf. I thought that was a window at first because of the light, but it feels like it. Makes it look really open and nice. On the driver's side, right behind the driver's seat, in this slide, you've got a small love seat. Actually, it's a pretty decent sized love seat. It's almost a couch. It's a little hard. It gives a lot, and then it hits the spring. So, but it's comfy, but it's just, you can feel that that's under there. It's really nice soft leather though. Got these same cabinets up over top. They run the entire length of the slide. And then we've got the dinette. And these look like half-back cushions, but you sink so much into these seats that the cushions actually go up to your shoulders, which is nice. It doesn't have that little curvature with the cushion where you can sit like this, which I kind of like. But the table is substantial. I don't see the power, the 12-volt power in the dinette. But it does have these neat drawers underneath for extra storage. And these drawers are actually staple drawers. These are not tongue and groove. All right, let's check out the kitchen. The kitchen setup's a little bit different in this one. You can see it's one of those ones that comes out at a diagonal, which we like because it gives you a lot of counter space even behind the sink, which is nice to have. A very large sink. The faucet is nice with the disconnection there. All right, let's see if I can get this back together without breaking anything. There we go. All right, lots of counter space. Again, they cover up their dual induction cooktops. It's got a different microwave. This does not have that Samsung with everything on the door. It's almost as big inside. It's really nice, and there's some storage over top. Storage over top. And then a little access to that same cabinet right up front. Lots of storage underneath as well. Now this one has a little bit of a lock on it because it is the pantry. And you probably would put a lot of heavy stuff in there, and it's because it's really long and you don't want it breaking. There's the garbage pail. Another drawer here. Again, it's using stapled drawers, so not the quality that we saw in the previous units, but they are very sturdy drawers. If we were comparing to any other manufacturer, we would say that those are good drawers. It's just we've gotten spoiled looking at those other ones with the tongue and groove. They're really nice. Here's your breaker boxes, fuse boxes, some more storage up here, pantry, cabinet up here with the glass front, and then the same Samsung refrigerator we've seen in some of the other units. 2 doors and the separate freezer. And they put a mirror on this. We like that. It's much better than a bare wall here. We like that they put a mirror there. At least there's something there decorative, and it makes the space look bigger. All right, let's move to the back. All right, so this is kind of neat because the pocket door for the bedroom is way back here, and it kind of makes an ensuite bathroom. Now there's no half bath in this unit. This is the only bathroom, but it kind of makes it so it's all ensuite for the master. Now this particular unit has the bunkhouse. Bunk beds here with some storage underneath for each of the kids that you put in here. Goes pretty far back. And take a look in there, Rose. There's actually a TV. There's actually 2 TVs. There's a TV at the bottom of each bunk. That is great. No more fighting over who gets to watch what. They can each watch whatever they want to watch. Rose, why don't you show us what made that noise before? So we've got this little piece right here. I imagine that's to catch the bathroom door, and it is. So yes, we discovered that by accident. All right, take a look at this bathroom. It's not as large as some of the other ones we've seen. The shower is back. We're back to the plastic. Really nice, really spacious. I could definitely take a shower in here. The toilet's here. It's also got the buttons to save water. They love these big medicine cabinets at Renegade. And we love them too. Lots of storage up top as well. Not a bad sized bathroom for what it is. All right, let's move back. Let's move back a little further past the bunks. Now, there's bunks there, so no washer dryer, right? Wrong. Look right here. There you go, Rose. Now you're happy, right? We mentioned this before, though. This washer and dryer is right next to the bed. So if you're going to do a load of laundry right at bedtime, you're going to be listening to the washer. Now, you may like that. Maybe it's white noise to you, and it'll help you get to sleep. I don't know. There's nice 4 cabinet setup above the bed, and there is a large nightstand on one side with some drawers and cabinets, or a door there. And there's some shelves over top where you can store your phones and whatnot. There's a TV visible from the bed. Decent valance on this window. We've seen this setup before. This is the smaller version of the wardrobes and your drawer system that goes under the window. All in all, a really nicely put together bedroom. Lots of room. This bed is really wide. Once again, we started with the top of the line models and are working our way down to the not so top of the line models. So you might be looking at these and saying, oh man, those first ones were so nice. These ones are so bare bones. If we had started with these, you would probably feel differently, because this is an absolute, it's a beautiful motorhome. Without having seen those other ones, we would be saying that this is a great setup. This really would work for us. It's got the couch, it's also got the dinette, and it's got the huge kitchen, and it's also got a decent sized bathroom and shower. And it's all on that Freightliner chassis, so that's a plus as well. It just doesn't have all those bells and whistles and artwork, but it's a really nice RV. All right, let's move on. Next up, we've got the 2024 Renegade Valencia 38BB. It's about 38 foot 6 inches long. It's on the smaller Freightliner chassis, and the exterior is pretty much standard. It's got the TV and a lot of the cargo space around. Depends on how you option it out as to what's in these cabinets, but they're pretty much standard. So once again, we're going to skip the outside tour and go right inside to show you the floor plan. Let's go. You can tell immediately when we get to the door that it doesn't have like the really fancy handle, doesn't have the automatic locking mechanism. It doesn't have the lighted signature badging inside the steps. Inside, it's got the smaller of the Freightliner chassis. Again, a beautiful chassis. We love the Freightliner no matter what the size. It's just these ones are they're a little bit smaller. Up overhead, a large bed. Here's the ladder for the bed. The cushions are relatively thick enough and soft enough, and it's got that swing out TV again. Very similar to the last unit. It's got this couch here behind the driver's seat with some storage cabinets above it. A little bit different storage cabinets. This one's got kind of a diagonal cabinet, and then the dinette doesn't have the wraparound to the sides, but it does have a nice window, 2 windows there on either side of it, and there's nice windows here behind the couch as well. It's really, really nicely done. These cushions are pretty soft. They're a little firm, but you want a little bit of firmness in there. You don't want to be sinking down to where you're sitting on springs or boards. So that's a good thing. And all these tables and all these units are very substantial. The kitchen's a little different. Actually, let's talk about, there's the TV with the soundbar above the door, facing the couch and the dinette. If you look right here, you can see that the kitchen's got a little bit extra counter space. That's nice to have. This one's a little different because it's not on a diagonal. This has got a straight sink. I think the last one was on the diagonal, but it's a huge sink. And there is some counter space behind the sink next to the faucet, which is nice. And to mention that this faucet is really nice. It's got the controller on it, comes out, and there's lots of storage up underneath. There's the garbage can. It's not the largest kitchen we've seen by any means, but it's got a lot of drawers. It doesn't have that double-decker silverware drawer that we thought was kind of cool. There's the breaker boxes and the fuses. This is different. We haven't seen this before, not today anyway. This is, well, this is, yeah, it's a 3-burner propane cooktop. Now, I don't know if I like that this is not like hinged in any way. I'm not sure what I would do with this. It's very heavy. I think I would be afraid I would chip something. That's just different. I do like the backsplash. It's really nice, this clear tile. It's got the microwave oven, not the big Samsung we saw. There's storage up over top, and then some more storage back here. It's got a little bit different refrigerator. It's got a different system for keeping the refrigerator latched during travel days. It's nice. It's standard refrigerator, separate freezer with the locking mechanism to keep it closed when you're driving. A glass cabinet here for your electronics. Again, this is pretty much standard in these Renegades. Looks like they're all coming with a washer dryer. Rose likes that. And nothing on this wall. Maybe we'd like to see a mirror on here. Something, some kind of decorative. I know the slide's coming in, but you could have put a mirror here. You know, that we would like to see that. That would be kind of cool. Back here, we've got another case where once you close this pocket door, you've kind of got an ensuite bathroom and bedroom. It's got the same bathroom we saw in the last unit. As you can give them a quick look at that. It's just the standard semicircular shower. A nice sink with counter space, and then the storage space up underneath. And of course, you've got to have the Renegade medicine cabinet. Across from that, remember in the last unit, I think we had a bunk beds in here, right? Let's see what's in here now. Yep, more bunk beds. And this is kind of different. 2 separate doors to get in there. But again, we have the TVs at the foot of the bunks. Yeah, this is a bunk bed unit, or bunk beds, right? And it's got the drawer. It's actually, this one's got 3 drawers underneath for storage. They're not very deep, but they're long. All right, back to the bedroom. No window on the back. Kind of like the window in the back. Get a little more air, light in here, because this is really the only window you have at the foot of the bed. You can see that's the low light shade there. And then you got the blackout shade with the TV over top. That same setup with the wardrobes. I do like how the lights come on when you open this is really nice feature, this latch. The light comes on when you open the wardrobe. It's got Rose's wine rack. And then the other drawers down here. Up underneath. Pretty standard. Over here you've got 4 large cabinets over the bed. They're big. These are huge. These aren't your standard over the bed cabinets. These have a lot of storage in them. And then you've got nightstands on either side of the bed with power, which is really nice. Yeah, one more thing is we wanted to mention these lights. The lights over the dinette and the accent lights here on the wall, the sconces. That little things like this kind of differentiate one model from the other. It's just these little differences that makes it feel like it's a unique unit. All right, we've got one more to show you, one more Renegade to show you today. So without further ado, let's get to it. We kind of went in a reverse order than we usually do. We started with some of the larger and higher end units, and we're ending up now with the smallest unit that we're going to look at today. Not necessarily low end, but not like those artwork coaches we've seen before. This is the 2024 Renegade Valencia 36 SB. It's the second Valencia we've looked at. It's very similar to the last one we saw, again, with those subtle differences. Let's take a look. All right, we're going to kind of breeze through the front half of this coach because it's identical to the last one we were in. The same smaller Freightliner, same bed over top with the large window and the TV that kind of folds out. You can actually fold it out to the side. Actually, yeah, you can fold that out to the side. And then you've got a TV here above the door with the sound bar. We've got the same kitchen with the extra countertop, same sink, the same cooktop, the propane 3-burner gas cooktop by Dometic, and the same decent sized microwave convection oven. This is all the same stuff, same cabinets. If we come around here, you'll see that we've got, instead of a love seat, we've got dual recliners. We like this too. They're very comfortable. They're very sturdy, but they're comfy. So, and the leather is super soft. You also have this dinette, which also, just like the last unit, had all these windows, same cabinets over top, very sturdy table. You got power here, and this is almost a carbon copy of the other Valencia we were in. But once we get back here past the refrigerator, that's where the similarity is going to end. This has the Samsung freezer over fridge refrigerator. And I'm not sure the last unit had these compartments. It may have, with the breaker boxes and the fuses, and then shelves here for your pantry. I think it also had this door with the glass. Yeah, definitely. All right, but now, once we get back into the ensuite, right here at the door, you've got your washer and dryer, the Splendide washer and dryer. Anytime you see these vented doors, you're pretty sure there's going to be a washer dryer behind it. Now, this is different from any of the units we've seen today. The bathroom sink is actually across from the bathroom. So this is actually acts as the bathroom sink. It's got a lot of storage underneath, as well as these 3 drawers. And it's also got, it's got to have, yep, the Renegade, the Renegade medicine cabinet. So we're going to be calling it from now on. Like these light fixtures too. Did you get that, Rose? Really cool. All right, so now we're going to look at the bathroom. And the only thing in here is the toilet and the shower, and that makes it, as compared to the last bathroom, this one looks a lot bigger because they didn't try to jam the sink in here, which is nice. It's the same size shower as in the last unit. Plenty of room in the shower, plenty of room in here. Even if I close the sliding door, and it's snapped shut, so I'm not going to take it apart, but the door would slide right here. I've had plenty of space. All right, let's look at the bedroom. The bedroom's got the larger of the versions of the wardrobes. It's got the larger drawers. These are staple drawers as well, but they are high quality because they're wood. There's no that I can see, it doesn't look like there's any particle board in here at all. The same wine rack, the same setup here. We've got these 2 drawers at the bottom, and then over the bed, got a mirror back here. You've got these also kind of short cabinets, but they're deep, and they go all the way through. So you can store something long in there if you had to. And the bed is decent size. You got these shelves for your phones and your power there. Got the AC unit in the ceiling, of course. It's ducted. There's another AC up forward. Lots of accent lights in here. Lots of these LED lights. Really nicely done. So this unit is a little shorter than the other Valencia we saw, but as you remember, the other unit had those bunk beds. This one's missing the bunk beds, but we really like that bathroom setup with the sink outside the bathroom. It makes it look a lot bigger, and with that ensuite door closed, you're not going to really need to close that off from the rest of the coach in any other way anyway. So you can work between the bathroom and the sink as you need to, or the shower and the sink as you need to. But we like this coach. I really like this design. I know Rose does too. We spoiled ourselves, I think, right, Rose? Looking at those really nice ones first, and that may have been a mistake. We probably should have started on this end and gone the other way around, but you know what? It's more realistic. Well, I think we've decided on which one we like the best. Rose, what do you think?
I think we have the right one.
And of course, it is the most expensive one that they had. But yes, we're sitting in the Classic. This is the first unit we looked at. We should have saved it for last. We just really like the way it's set up. It's got the couch, the recliners, and the dinette. It's got all three. It's got a really big TV, and the TV's in the right position. Don't get us wrong, we like all these units. We especially like the ones with the big Freightliner chassis, but the smaller chassis is not bad either. And we hope you enjoyed this. We were thinking it was going to be a quick look, but we didn't realize how many Super Cs they brought to the show.
Yeah.
But if you enjoyed that video, we hope you'll consider subscribing, and make sure you leave us a like, because it really helps us with that YouTube algorithm. Also, you can ring that bell for notifications, so you'll be told whenever we post a new video. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're not going to be doing the TikTok thing, I don't think.
Not so much.
All right, but stay tuned. We've got some more videos coming up.